月1日新闻，川普参加棕榈滩论坛俱乐部晚宴。我们来看看他的最新语录。语录1：我们像海盗一样搞封锁。
Took over the cargo, took over the oil. It's a very profitable business. Who would have thought we were doing that? We're like pirates.
语录2：我投了民主党一票。
A friend of mine, even though he's a Democrat, sort of a Democrat. I don't know if he's a Democrat, but he goes as I tell you one thing, he's a great sheriff, and he's a popular guy. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. So I shouldn't tell you this. I told this to Rick, and I know how tough he is, and also I figured this might happen, but I voted for Rick. He's a Democrat. This could be the end of my presidential career. I voted for him, and one of the reasons I voted for him was he's great. The other was that I was afraid he checked my vote. And you know what? I think he did, because there was a story in one of the papers that, I don't know, I did some filing, and they actually checked my vote, and I voted for Rick. So that's pretty good, right? All right, I'm in trouble with the Republican Party, but they'll understand. I'll figure that one out. Great job. Great job, Rick.
语录3：饭要一碗一碗的吃，事情要一件一件的做。
And he comes from originally a place called Cuba, which we will be taking over almost immediately. No, Cuba's got problems. We'll finish one first. I like to finish a job. On the way back from Iran, we'll have one of our big, maybe the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, the biggest in the world. We'll have that come in, stop about 100 yards offshore, and they'll say, "Thank you very much. We give up."
语录4：险恶的政客无比险恶，正直的政治家无比光荣。
Being a leader of a company versus being a leader of a country, if any.
I can get myself into big trouble. Well, a lot of people ask it in a little different form. They say, who's tougher, politicians or businessmen? Because I dealt with both at the highest level. And I always said, businessmen are much tougher. They're not even close. But then I spent a little time in Washington. And now I say it's not even close. These politicians are ruthless, vicious. They are liars, unlike our people from our great town council. But these are vicious people. I mean, what I see, Shifty Schiff, all these crazy people that we have to deal with, think of it, Comey, how's he doing? No, the people that we deal with in Washington, they are very tough. And even the leaders of other countries, look, now we're dealing with Iran. So when they used to ask me that question for the first, Meg, I'd say for the first month, I would say, businessmen. After about a month and a half, after getting impeached twice for nothing, I said, politicians are far worse. Far worse. Yeah, right. So it's a big difference. I will say this, there's nothing more beautiful than a really good politician who's honorable.
语录5：努力工作最光荣。
Last question. Well, it's a two-part question. What is the most bizarre thing that you've encountered as president, and what still surprises you about the job even in your second term?
Well, if I told him what was the most bizarre thing, I'd have to probably resign in about 3 minutes as I walked off the stage. You think I'm getting there? I'm not. But the one thing so I won't respond to that question. But you would be very interested. But I just think that it's a great honor to be doing what I'm doing. But I just say this, it's a great honor to do it. I think it's bigger than I thought. When I was thinking about running early on in 2015, 2014, before I ran, I had no idea it would be this big. I had no idea we could make this kind of an impact. But we've really made an impact. In a little bit more than a year, we've turned this country around. I thought it would take longer than that, but we've turned it around. And again, we're the hottest country. The King of Saudi Arabia said it. I was over there a year ago, and I said to him, we were there after 4 or 5 months, it was obvious what was happening. But he looked at me and he said, President, I must tell you, I thought America was dead. we weren't going to invest. Nobody was going to invest. You had a country that was dead, and now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And we do. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world, and we want to keep it that way. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
这几天，日本一个案件上了热搜。一名44岁男子在东京福生市用铁锤袭击2名男高中生，杀人未遂，之后逃回家中，持刀把门堵住，据守在家里。警方突击时已从后门逃走。经过大规模搜捕，5月1日晚间在千叶县被捕。这起随机暴力事件在黄金周期间引发巨大恐慌与讨论。澳洲北领地爱丽丝泉发生骚乱事件。起因是一名5岁原住民女童失踪后被发现死亡，警方逮捕47岁男子 Jefferson Lewis 涉嫌谋杀。数百名民众，主要是原住民社区，聚集在爱丽丝泉医院外，要求使用传统私刑，与警方爆发冲突。民众投掷物品，焚烧警车，警方使用催泪瓦斯和橡胶子弹驱散，多名警员与医护受伤。嫌犯已被转移至达尔文，以确保安全。当局呼吁冷静。
欢迎观看，下次再见。